Dang, son.
That's a slab right there. So before this video gets started, guys, I do want to mention that we just restocked on our Goonzquad shorts. These suckers are super fire, and they're probably some of the most comfortable shorts I ever wore. And these suckers are pretty dang limited because it is getting kind of chilly in some parts of the country. So this is probably the last drop of these. And on top of that, we just dropped a brand new Goonzquad hoodie. This sucker is super fire, one of the first hoodies of the season, and this thing is super soft on the inside and outside. So if you guys want to copy one and help support your boys, be sure to visit goonzquad.com. But as of right now, let's get to the video.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are here at the new Goonzquad headquarters. And as you guys seen in the previous video, we basically finished up all the landscaping in the backyard and it turned out absolutely amazing. Of course, there's a few more final touches that we want to do, but that'll be later. And also we had the plumbers come out here. They started doing a few changes inside of the house and they figured out our septic tank issue as well, which that's just awesome. So we're just moving right along with this house. But the very next thing that we're going to focus on is actually building that well house. But before we can build it, we do got to pour our slab. We already formed the form for it, and the concrete truck is actually going to come out here within an hour. Unfortunately, the concrete finishers are not going to be able to make it. Something happened, but I think this is the perfect opportunity for us to learn how to do this along with you guys. There is a few things that we got to do before he could actually pour it. We got to install this 90-degree elbow, which the water lines are actually going to run through. This is going to go through the dirt, and this is going to go through the slab. That way the water lines don't freeze. And also we got our concrete spreader here and we got our float. I believe we got everything that we need. We're just gonna watch a few more videos to see how this is done. Then the concrete truck should be out here really soon. Alrighty guys, so I think we got this slab completely prepared. We went ahead and cut the 2x4 right there, the exact width of this. That way we're going to use it to kind of slide it across the concrete.
Yep, slide it, make it nice and flat, and I think we know what we're doing.
I think so too. We watched a couple videos. I mean, there's not much information out there, but we're going to kind of wing it just a little bit.
I mean, it's just a slab, you know what I mean? It's not that big of a deal. If it's not like perfect looking, you know, it'll be all right.
I think we're going to get it perfect, dude. To be honest with you, I think we're going to do pretty good. It's about $300 worth of concrete, so it's not too big of a deal.
Crazy. So we're just gonna, I guess whenever he's gonna back up in here, we're gonna just pour this sucker in and
go from there.
Just go from there, basically.
We do, I believe our contractor said that we actually got to kind of wet this down right here because he sees this stuff getting done all the time.
Yeah.
He was supposed to actually come out here and guide us, but he can't make it. So no biggie.
It's just me and you now and the concrete truck mixer guy. So
maybe he'll guide us.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Maybe he'll give us some tips or something like that. So
as far as those pipes go, we actually added another, or that other one was already there from a while back, but that's going to be, one of these is going to be for the actual water lines, this big one here, and one of those will probably be for electrical, maybe.
Yeah, or I mean, just depends on what they can use them for. Hopefully that's big enough, you know, 6-inch. I would like to throw like another 6-inch one, but I think that'll be fine, honestly.
I think the well guy said that he only needs 1 6-inch, if I'm correct.
So I guess two water lines, because we are having 1-inch water lines coming in and one 1-inch water line coming out to the house, so that should be plenty. And this, I guess this will be for the electrical line.
Yes, sir. I mean, what else do we need? We need a rake. We got the, what do you call that? The little scraper thingy.
This is a spreader right here. This is a concrete spreader. So I guess this is like what you spread concrete with. But I don't know, we may not even use this since we have that thing, or we have to use this whenever he's pouring it in here, you know, spreading it out everywhere.
Spreading it out. Or I think we're going to use the, dude,
Oh,
I just can't wait.
We need some we got rubber boots.
We got rubber boots in the back of the truck, dude. I'm actually super excited about this for some reason.
I'm excited to pour some concrete. You know, this is gonna be kind of fun, honestly.
Dude, this is gonna be legit. But then I can't wait to start building the well house. But that's in the future.
Oh yeah.
As of right now, let's hopefully get this sucker poured.
Let's do it.
Dang, son.
That's a slab right there, man.
That's a slab right there. And I gotta say, this sucker right here took us for a wild ride right there because we were kind of unprepared, to be honest with you.
We underestimated the amount of concrete we actually needed for this thing, dude. And we were like an inch off all the way around.
But you know what? We had to think quick on our toes, and we just ended up mixing a little bit more, or adding a little bit more gravel and just mixing this stuff up.
Yeah, we just grabbed a half a bucket of gravel and we just mixed it up. And I guess we just made more concrete, honestly.
Yeah, I think so. I think it'll be fine. I know there's some concrete professionals out there that'll have a thing or two to say.
Yep.
But look how watery it is, dude.
I know. Well, actually, when concrete dries, water actually rises up out of it, which is pretty crazy. But as you can tell, there's water in the middle because we are trying to slope it down to that drain, which we're going to trim that off later on once it dries out. But, I mean, look at that, dude. What should we do with that water? You think that'll just dry up?
I mean, it is starting to get a little bit sunny, so I guess we'll give it some more time and see what it does. If anything, we'll just kind of like just float over there and try to scoop it off, scrape it out of there somehow or something like that.
But right now, before we touch it anymore, we're going to actually let it dry a little bit because as you can tell, it's still like kind of like super watery, and we want to actually give it a little bit more time, and I'm sure we can go through it with this thing again and just to smooth it all out. Yes,
sir. Sounds like a plan, dude. But other than that, everything else went super smooth.
I mean, if we don't, if we just leave it like this, we'll be all right. I mean, there's a well house going over it anyways. It doesn't have to be like perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this was just all a learning experience, but I gotta say it was super fun.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Anyways, I guess we're just gonna probably give this an hour or two to dry, and in the meantime, what are we gonna do?
In the meantime, we're actually gonna jump onto the side of the hill that we cleaned up there, and we gotta do a little bit more cleanup. There's still tons of rocks over there, and our main purpose is to actually go ahead and straw and seed it as soon as possible.
Yeah, that way it doesn't erode anymore because we already seen some waterways or whatnot.
Yep.
And really, I just want to smooth everything out over there and clean everything up.
And throw some straw blanket and make it look good, honestly.
Exactly. But the cleanup that we got to do, what do we got to do there?
There's still a bunch of rocks like on this left side over here, so we're probably going to use the bucket first, go down there, try to scrape some of those rocks up. and anything else, probably some dirt, and then we're probably gonna throw the bush hogger on, maybe do a little bit more bush hogging, maybe even try to grind one of those big stumps down that's over there, which I'd like to see what our new bush hogger does.
That ain't a stump grinder, but it's got some teeth on it, man.
It's not a stump grinder, but you know what? If she will do it, man, we'll put her to the test.
Might as well. So I guess let's hop into the machine and start cleaning.
Let's do it.
Alrighty guys, so we had to pause on cleaning up that hill. As you could tell, that rain just came out of nowhere.
And we got our brand new bucket in, dude.
Exactly, that's the most important thing. So the rain ain't nothing, man.
Yeah, the rain ain't nothing. Kubota actually came out here and picked up their old bush hogger and their bucket, and dude, they dropped off finally our tooth bucket, which just is massive, dude. Look how beastly this thing looks.
This time it actually matches the tracks. The earlier bucket that we had was a little bit narrow, but dude, that right there is gonna be a scooper, dude.
And the good thing about these teeth right here is we can actually like scoop up roots and everything. It's basically like a big old rake, you know what I mean?
Exactly, and it's gonna be able to pick up rocks a lot better because it was pretty tough out there getting some of those bigger rocks.
Yeah,
dude.
And you can actually like dig into the ground with this thing. So this thing is actually gonna be an awesome tool for it, especially on the side of the hill over there and
dude,
all that stuff.
I can't wait to actually put that sucker to the test. Are we gonna still put it to the test right now?
I mean, we could possibly go down there, but the thing is, I don't want to kind of get stuck. But who knows? It might just this Kubota have never left me stranded, honestly, dude.
Exactly, but we've never actually did it in the rain. But we're about to do it right now, I guess.
Yeah, I say we just go ahead and send it, try to clean it up. Well, I mean, it's not that bad, you know. It's just sprinkling.
It's sprinkling, but I mean, in the distance, it's actually clearing up. It looks like, dude. So no big deal. You can't let stuff like this stop you. This is rule 1145. Expect the unexpected.
Yeah, rain won't stop us right here.
That too. That's 1100. The next step.
That's the next one. Yeah.
But also, we covered up the slab over there, right?
Yeah, we covered up with some plywood because, you know, I don't know. I'm not a concrete guy. Oh. I know some people pour concrete and it'll rain like a couple hours later. But you know what we did?
We just threw some plywood, some 2x4s first, and then some plywood over the top. And
hopefully that works.
I think it'll work. We just don't want the raindrops coming down and actually like putting their indentions in there.
Yeah, it actually puts like little specks in there, but we did broom it and all that stuff. So we ended up just sending it and just brooming it. We tried to straighten it out and like smooth it out with our like float blades, but it just wouldn't work.
That looks the best, dude.
Yeah,
the broom method looks so good. And I can't wait to actually see it when it dries up. But I guess as of right now, what do you say?
Let's head down there and see what that bucket does.
All right, so the tooth bucket is a beast.
Dude, it's a beast, dude.
But
It's
that-
just getting everything,
Dude,
man.
but that rain, you got a dry shirt on you?
Oh yeah, get that dry shirt right there.
There. Oh, still a little bit foggy. Let me get that one more time. Dude, it's getting a little sketchy out there, ain't it?
Dude, at first it was pretty good because it was giving it some grip, but
It was
then,
actually like running over mud, and it was like there was dry mud under it.
Yeah.
But now it's like penetrating. Everything is soaked now.
it's just getting deeper and deeper. Now I'm like just sliding, drifting that thing sideways. And then at one point I was just going forward and it just started sliding sideways like completely. I just let go and actually a rock stopped me. So I was just like, I think this is it, man.
Yeah, that's a good stopping point right there, because most of the time people wouldn't even go out there, especially in something like this. Super heavy, you know, you could just easily slip and slide down.
And on that thing, man, it'll just slide like it ain't nothing. And especially there's like that little road at the bottom and it's like super sharp. So I would have just tipped sideways, which we don't want that right now, dude.
Yeah, although we got, you know, full coverage or whatever. You'll get a
insurance
brand new unit or something if you flip it, I think.
Yeah, that's what we heard, but we don't want to do that because we need this unit right now.
Dude, this unit is beast, dude.
Dude, if we didn't buy this, imagine renting one this whole entire time, dude.
Dude, that'd be a lot of money, dude.
Dude,
Be better
we
off.
thought about doing that and we're like, dude, dude, this was just an awesome decision.
Dude, this is just an investment. This is an awesome investment. That's what it is. Decision, investment, plus that sucker right there.
Dude, that
And you
thing
gotta
right there,
and you gotta have this with that, right?
yeah, you can't run that. I mean, you can run it on a 75, but dude, that thing is just way too big for one of those. We seen actually a 75 the other day after not seeing a one for a while, and we're like, what is that, dude? That's tiny.
It does look tiny, dude.
Dude, man, this
But-
is just a beast.
Yeah, this thing is a beast for sure. But I guess as of right now, there's really not much more we could do. I wish we could actually do some stump grinding with the paladin there, right there, paladin, whatever you call it. But unfortunately, it started raining on us. And
Hopefully it stops tomorrow and it kind of like dries up a bit, you know what I mean?
yeah, dude, we'll be right back at it. I don't know where we're going to continue from tomorrow. I think we'll actually give you guys an update on what the plumbers did inside of the house.
Yeah, we can go inside the house, update what's going on there, and we might even do some work in there. Who knows, man?
Yeah, oh yeah, there's tons of work that we need to do. It's just like we don't really want to bounce around too much, you know what I mean?
But you know what? This rain is saying otherwise, so I guess we're just going to have to catch you guys tomorrow in the morning.
Alrighty guys, so it is the next day here and we're just about to jump inside the house and show you guys all the plumbing work that's already done inside the house. But we actually got HVAC guys out here. We got a couple crews and they're just gonna get in here and knock that stuff out. So we are just moving along with more things with the house, which all that stuff is exciting. We just don't want to get in their way. I guess we'll just keep you guys as updated as possible. But it did rain a little bit more last night, so I don't think we're gonna be able to work on that hill, right? Too sketchy,
dude, definitely way too wet down here. I mean, we had water all over the pad, but dude, it is nice and dry. See, you're already walking on it.
Got a little bit muddy, but dude, I love that broom finish right there. As you can tell, the rain did kind of mess it up a little bit, but not too much, dude.
It gives it a little special effects, dude.
But we angled it right, didn't we?
Oh yeah, dude, all we have to do is just trim that little drain up, and dude, all the water is just gonna be trickling right out.
Dude, I like that. First pad turned out absolutely amazing, but what we're gonna focus on next is actually building this wheelhouse or framing it up, because we want to start with framing it and then I guess we'll do all the finishing touches later. But we do got to gather some supplies. There's our list right there. We got a bunch of lumber that we got to get. We got to grab a compressor, some lines, a nail gun. We got
to buy a nail gun, dude. I'm pretty excited about that.
That's what I'm saying. Gonna run to the Home Depot, buy a nice nailer because we don't got one, and we need one. We may build a tree house out here later on.
Dude, we can build anything, dude. Right now we're starting with a mini house. We can put the same concept on a big house if we wanted to.
Exactly, because this has got to be legit. You don't want it not getting knocked down in the wind or something like that. And I think our contractor is actually gonna come out here and guide us a little bit, because you got to follow code out here too. You got to space the studs out properly, and we even got to like nail it down to the concrete or something like that.
Yeah, something like that, dude.
All sorts of stuff. But anyways, I guess we're gonna start with gathering all these supplies, and then we'll come back out here and get to building. Alrighty guys, so we are finally back with all of our supplies here, and what do we got, about $700 worth of lumber, right?
$700 worth of lumber, and I think like
$400 worth of a nail gun, an air compressor, and some nails, and a bunch of other little knickknacks here and there.
So we should have everything basically to frame this sucker up, right?
Yep, exactly. We got the OSB here, the 2x6s, some studs, 2x4s, and all that good stuff. And this right here, this is what do you call
concrete
it?
Nails, right?
Concrete nails, exactly. But I guess we're gonna go ahead, unload some of this stuff, or just start setting a few things up, right?
Go ahead, set up the air compressor, run an air hose line over there, and then I guess test out this nail gun, and then start framing some stuff up.
Dang, son, check this out. We got one wall already up, and that went up pretty dang quick, dude.
Oh yeah, dude, we're learning a lot, dude, and that's pretty sick, dude. That's gonna be a nice little well house, knowing how tall it's gonna be, dude.
Heck yeah, how'd that gun do right there, that Milwaukee?
Dude, that Milwaukee's a beast, man. You can put it on full auto and just go pop, 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 pop.
How do we build this wall here? It's spaced apart 16 inches, right?
Yeah,
each stud?
Each stud 16 inches apart, just like basically a house, you know what I mean?
And then we actually did a treated piece of wood at the very bottom here and nailed that into the concrete. Everything is done right here.
Yeah, later on though, we're gonna actually bolt it down to the concrete, you know what I mean?
Of course, but right now it's just getting supported with that extra support 2x4 there. I guess it's time to move on to this next wall, right?
Yep, or the back wall, right? Yep, we're gonna move on to the back wall, get that sucker up, then we're gonna move that wall, and then the front wall.
Alrighty guys, so check that out. Our well house is completely framed up, dude.
Well, other than the gables or the rafters and stuff like that, but the main hardest part is completely done, and dude, it looks sick, honestly.
Dude, it's looking pretty dang cool right there. Super tall. I love that. It's gonna look as tall, almost as tall as that. I was kind of gonna go with the flow of the house.
Yeah, give it that resemblance, tall house. Probably do a little taller, you know, pointed roof, which is gonna look really good. Got a nice like double wide door that's gonna go up front, which is gonna look really good as well. And they're gonna be able to fit all their equipment in here with no problem at all, dude.
Dude, turning out amazing. First time ever framing something up. Huge shout out to the bro.
Oh yeah, dude, man, we couldn't have done it without him, but dude, that's a good learning experience right there, man.
We're learning so much. Look at that. We learned how to pour slab. We're learning how to frame.
Dude,
what's next, man?
Dude. I don't know, dude. Maybe we learn how to do some HVAC. We'll see what's going on in there. Probably in the next video once to get a little bit more done in there.
Yes, sir. We don't want to distract them or anything like that. They are moving right along with the plumber and all that good stuff. But pretty much that's going to be a wrap for today's video, dude.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of work done, so that's pretty much it.
Alrighty guys, so that is pretty much going to be a wrap for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this well house process right here, but there is still much more to come. So make sure your guys' post notifications are on so you don't miss out on anything. And also, if you want an inside scoop before YouTube, definitely give us a follow on Instagram at Goonzquad. Also guys, if you want to help support your boys, definitely be sure to visit Goonzquad.com. We got some brand new hoodies on there, and also we just restocked on the shorts. So if you guys want to help support your boys, definitely be sure to check it out. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.